Hey guys, what's happening and welcome back to our channel. Nicolas Cage was one of the richest actors of his time, and all his earnings made a total fortune of approximately $150 million, which should have been enough for him to spend his life with. But surprise, surprise, the Oscar-winning actor is currently broke. How, you ask? Well, because he spent all his fortune buying things he didn't need at all. So let's take a look at how Nicolas Cage spent $150 million on strange purchases. Number 4. Dinosaur Skull. Dinosaurs went extinct centuries ago, but still the human urge to find anything related to them and own it hasn't gone away. Anything that is even slightly related to a dinosaur, even so much as a bone, is sold for millions of dollars in the world, and people buy it. And one of these crazy dinosaur fans who would spend millions of dollars to get their body parts is no one else but the great Nicolas Cage himself. He loves collecting dinosaur stuff, and he owns a real dinosaur skull. And to get that, he spent a lot of his money. In the auction, Cage allegedly outbid Leonardo DiCaprio for his $67 million old Tarbosaurus skull. In the auction, Kane allegedly outbid Leonardo DiCaprio for a 67-million-year-old Tarbosaurus skull valued at over $300,000. And this isn't the only dinosaur skull that he owns. He has a few more to his collection. Number 3. Multi-million-dollar mansions, castles, and Bahamas Islands. If you want to get an idea of how crazy a money spender Nicolas Cage is, all you have to do is just take a look at the properties that he owns. It almost seems like he only earned the money he earned to spend on massive properties. He spends so much on properties, mansions, castles, and even islands that he once owned 15 residences simultaneously, which included a $25 million waterfront home in Newport Beach, California. His other notable properties include a $15.7 million countryside estate in Newport, Rhode Island, as well as a pricey $8.5 million estate in Las Vegas. And if that's not enough, Nicolas went on to purchase 2 European castles. He snapped up an 11th century Bavarian castle in Etzelwang, Germany for $8 million, as well as a castle in Bath, England that cost the same amount. He went on to spend a few extra million on having both castles remodeled and spruced up. But wait, there's more. He also spent millions on purchasing 2 massive islands in the Bahamas, each of them costing around $7 million. We never understood why Nicolas Cage needed so many properties, but if we look at the way he spent his money, we can pretty much conclude that he doesn't need the properties, he just needs new ways to waste his money on crazy purchases. Number 2. Sports cars and motorbikes. We don't think that there's any celebrity out there who doesn't have a love for expensive cars, and Nicolas Cage is also fond of them as well. But again, his love for such cars seems like one of the ways to show off his love for spending money. He owns a massive collection of cars, which he bought just because they seemed nice. All the rich people have a good car collection, right? But Nicolas Cage always has to go above and beyond. Nicolas decided to spend his money on more than 50 rare cars and around 30 motorbikes. His extensive vehicle collection included a Lamborghini that he bought in 1997 that was once owned by the Shah of Iran, which he snapped up for a whopping $450,000 at the time. He was also an owner of a 1955 Jaguar D-Type, which he proudly displayed in his game room at home, with many celebs saying it was a conversation piece. The most he spent on a car was an eye-watering $1 million for a Ferrari Enzo, one of only 349 made in the world. He also owned around 9 Rolls-Royce vehicles. Now that's just insane. Number 1. Luxurious yachts and private jet. Nicolas Cage is one of those people who thinks that if you have the money, you need to spend every bit of it, no matter how expensive and unnecessary the thing is. It's your money and you get to spend it however you want. After all, why have all that money if you can't buy everything you like? Nicolas Cage seems to be a firm believer in buying things without even looking at the needs of himself, and of course, the price tag doesn't even matter. This is also one of the reasons why he lost all of his fortune and is now currently broke. He's bought so many unnecessary things over the years that he forgot to keep checking his bank account every now and then. If you want to know what we mean by unnecessary, you should know that Nicolas Cage was once a proud owner of 4 luxury yachts. His most expensive yacht was worth $20 million and boasted an excessive 12 master bedrooms. To add to his countless transportation options and unnecessary purchases, Nicolas also bought a luxurious private Gulfstream jet. Now we get that the guy was rich, but unfortunately he decided to choose the lifestyle of the richest man on earth, and we don't even think Jeff Bezos spends his money like that. Do contribute your thoughts on this video in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys back here again with another great upload. Take care now.